his kitchen.
It's not quite
It's very nerve-wracking doing this show. So we're going all out for the first night. We're actually going to boil the kettle instead of using our instant ready boiled water.
poisonous water.
Now we wait for the kettle to boil. Okay, we are back. The kettle's about to boil. Let's see, this is a classic model, bought from Argos. It was about €15, but I had a special voucher. Now, so the key is pouring it at the right angle and to the right amount, because then you need to put in the
what sort of temperature would that water be?
boiling.
Boiling point, is it?
So, milk. We'll go for low fat, because some of the girls could use it. Oh! That'll lose me marks.
Ah, now that's interesting. So the milk in whilst the tea bag is in there.
Tea bag's still in there, so you can see if you need extra strength on top of it.
Okay.
So you can tell sometimes.
That's very interesting. That's probably the most interesting step so far in your.
Then you give it a stir.
And even that isn't that interesting.
Ouch. Now, I like a tea, you know, a cup of tea filled up pretty high.
Oh yeah, that's almost brimming.
The most out of it, you know. There's no point in going to all this effort and then.
No, I must say you're very you have a good ethic about your tea.
Huh?
Yeah, you're very methodical and a good ethic about it. You don't cut corners, Brian.
No corners have been cut here.
Now the tray. Now is this the all important presentation?
Yes. Now we don't want drips to go on people's laps once you present. I don't make present.
No.
Okay. Now, possibly could use a little bit more milk.
Oh, more milk. Last minute adjustment. You seem nervous, Brian. You seem more nervous than you usually do when you're making tea.
This would mean a lot to me if I won. Come drink tea with me.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And that's it, officially done. So
there we go.
Let's make our way up to the preparation.
It looks very appetizing, I have to say. Okay. Here comes the tea.
Now for our healthy option, people.
Extra marks for that healthy option. Can I just ask you, what do you think of the presentation of the tea?
Yeah, it looks okay. It's good colour. I always kind of go by the colour. It looks good colour.
Yeah, so far it seems to be going really well. Like they all seem to be drinking a lot of the tea. There was a couple of small complaints, but you know, we'll get over that. It was just the first night, but we'll see how it goes.
Shona, what did you think of Brian's tea?
I liked it. I thought it was a good start to the week. It was a perfect colour. He offered us a choice of sugar or sweetener, which I thought was quite nice. So I'm going to give him a 7. It's a good score.
If I'm honest, I was not fussed about Brian's tea at first. It was very hot. When I saw the colour initially, I was a bit like, oh, it's a bit dark, a bit too strong. And that low fat milk is just shit. I'm really sorry. I would always ask people what milk they'd like in their tea first, to be honest. But, you know, as it cooled down, it got a bit nicer. And then I was on the phone there for a few minutes and I finished it without even realising. So I think I enjoyed it a bit more than I thought. Initially, first impressions weren't great. But, you know, he was really nice. They were nice mugs. They weren't in crappy mugs. And I had a bit of twirl, so I was delighted. So I'm going to give Brian's tea a 6.
What do you think of Brian's tea?
I thought it was presented very nicely. This is my favourite mug in the whole of Spin Towers. It's like just the right size, it's a nice thickness, and the tea stays hot all the way down to the bottom, which is why I like it. Little bit disappointed that there was just a little bit less milk that I like in the tea, but I can tell from the taste that he used the kettle rather than the boily thing, because sometimes that tastes like curry. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes it's this weird curry taste. We're not quite sure how it happens. So yeah, all in all, pretty good cup of tea. I'm enjoying it very much. And
so your mark for Brian's tea?
I am going to give him a 9 out of 10. It's a very nice tasting cup of tea, but he should know by now, after all these years, that I like a little bit more milk than that. That's the only reason he's losing points.
Well, I'm glad I have that out of the way. On to the next one, as they say.